Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Again, I am with my brother Josh for the second week in a row. What? So the Premier League season is back on the 12th of September. As you can see, I am a Leeds fan. Yes, I don't have the new Leeds top yet. I have ordered it. It hasn't arrived. And he is a Liverpool fan.
I am.
Don't know why.
I have the champion scar.
There you go.
Yeah, that's from your video.
Yes, when I stayed in my car for 24 hours. Check it out.
Link in the description.
But yes, we will be predicting the Premier League table for the year 2020-2021. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down each team. We're going to say where we think they're going to finish, and my dad has also done where he thinks they will finish, so we will include my dad's. So the first team is obviously Arsenal.
Yeah.
So Arsenal have obviously brought in Willian, and I think they're getting a defender from Lille, I think. So go on, what are you saying?
I said fifth. I don't see them getting top four. But is Aubameyang staying?
By the looks of it, Aubameyang's staying.
If Aubameyang stays, they've still got a really good striker who's constantly close to getting the golden boot. So I see them being a threat. But I don't see them breaking into Champions League.
Okay, so I've gone sixth. I think
so more or less the same.
I think Arteta's doing a really good job. However, I think there's teams that are better, have more of a budget, and Arsenal aren't the Arsenal like when we were growing up. They're not that kind of team anymore. So I've gone sixth, and Dad has also gone sixth for Arsenal.
So I've gone slightly higher.
Yes. Okay. Next up is Aston Villa. Now, the question for me is, do Aston Villa keep hold of Jack Grealish? At the minute, he's still there.
I think they will keep him. What clubs need him?
I don't think Grealish will stay. I think he will go.
I think he will.
So
I think he'll stay, and then later on, he'll move. I think they're waiting to see how he plays again.
So where are you going? Where are you putting him?
What, Aston Villa?
Yes.
18th.
18th, yeah.
I think they'll get a good couple of runs with Grealish there, and then someone will buy him. If that makes any sense. So he'll prove he's good, and then someone's gonna buy him.
I've also gone 18th. I think they were very, very lucky to stay up last season. They haven't obviously brought anybody in yet. I think they're after Ollie Watkins from Brentford, I think. But again, I don't think he will get enough goals to keep them up, so sorry Villa fans, but I'm putting you in the bottom three, 18th. Dad has put them in 19th, so even worse than us two.
What?
Next is a team that I despise, and I'll tell you why.
Brighton.
Brighton and Hove Albion. It looks like they're keeping Ben White.
Oh, yeah.
They've brought in Adam Lallana on a free.
They have. He can still kind of play.
Yeah, he's alright.
His knees are made of mashed potato, but he can still play.
So go for it. Where do you put them?
See, I put them 19th
Eh?
because, and I'll tell you my reasoning, I do think Ben White will be bought by someone, but not Leeds. I think if he proves he's a good defender in the Premiership, someone else will take a punt or a loan on him.
I've put Brighton 16th because Brighton's one of them teams that will just be middle table fodder. They will.
You reckon?
They're not going to get in top six. They're not going to get relegated yet. I don't rate the manager though. However, I don't think he will be the first to get sacked. More of that later on. But I just don't think there's no wow factor with Brighton.
No, there's no star player. It's sad that the star marquee signing is Adam Lallana and Liana.
Adam Lallana. Dad has also agreed with me and said that Brighton will finish in 16th.
Okay.
Next up is Burnley. Shoot.
This confuses me a lot. I just went 11th. I can't really see him. They're just going to be mid-table fodder. I just picked a random number. No real reason to it.
Again, it's kind of similar to Brighton. Like Burnley doesn't have a wow factor. God, I'm slagging so many.
They still have Chris Wood.
They still have Chris Wood. They still have Charlie Taylor. At the time of filming this, they haven't brought anybody in. There's not been any massive names for people to come in. But again, Sean Dyche is that good a manager that they'll be okay. So I've put Burnley 13th.
There's always one surprise team.
Because they had that good season where they got, I think, did they get to Europa?
They got close.
I think they got to Europa one season or close enough. But yeah, I don't think Burnley will be anything special, so I've put them 13th. Dad has put them in 15th. Next up is the big spenders so far in the transfer window, Chelsea. So obviously they've brought in Timo Werner, they've brought in Ben Chilwell. Looks like they're getting Kai Havertz, Thiago Silva. They've brought in another defender, but they've sent him out on loan. Is it Sarr?
Alongside, something like that.
Now I know you've got quite a lot to say about Chelsea, so go on, take it over.
This hurts me because I'm a Liverpool fan. You'd expect me to say Liverpool will be number one, but Super Frank Lampard, you've got to remember what he's done with the Chelsea squad he's inherited. Let's be honest, he couldn't buy anyone. It's not bad. And he's beaten some teams that he shouldn't really have beat. Now he's reinforced. He's got Timo, who is insane in the Bundesliga. Havertz, also insane in the Bundesliga. He's bought Thiago Silva. He's bought some more insane players, and if they all gel together, I think they'll win the Premiership, which is why I've said number one. Because Timo is insane, and he'll be supplied by Christian Pulisic.
You're getting there, you're doing better.
I'm dyslexic.
You're like the Paul Merson of the panel.
I'm dyslexic, I can't pronounce these weird names.
Pulisic,
yeah. They haven't got Willian because he sold him. But
well, Willian's gone, but they've brought in some players.
When you look, Tammy Abraham's still there as well.
Giroud.
For now, yeah.
Kante, Mount, Barkley.
And he only had Giroud and Tammy Abraham, and he did remarkably well. Now he's got two really good attackers. I'm still saying number one, even though it pains me to say it.
For me and Chelsea, yes, I agree they've brought in some good players. I think it's too soon for Chelsea though. I get what they're doing. They're trying to spend all the big bucks and get decent players back in. But
After 2 years not being able to buy.
Yeah, and I think it's just a little bit too soon, especially for Lampard. Yeah, he did great to get him in the Champions League. They might do well in the Champions League this time, but in terms of the Prem, I don't think they're going to win it. I've put Chelsea third.
So you think they will get Champions League again?
Oh, they'll definitely get Champions League. They're not going to win the league though, not for me, especially with what might happen with.
I'd say it's a dark horse, but if Timo is as deadly in the Prem as he was in the Bundesliga, it's game over.
Chelsea this season will be very good to watch. There's always one team, like when Leicester won the league, obviously Leicester were the team to watch. Liverpool this season were the team to watch. Like Chelsea this season will be the team to watch, other than Leeds. But it's just too soon for him to win the league, in my opinion.
Okay.
Dad, however, agrees with yourself.
Yeah, because these players from other leagues were like the dominant big goal-scoring, attacking, creating players.
It'll be interesting, but I'm sorry, Chelsea fans. I don't think you will win the league this year just yet. I think
we don't
soon,
know Chelsea fans,
but
so it's okay. We know no one that supports Chelsea.
We know no one that supports Chelsea. Next up is Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
Roy Hodgson.
Possibly last season.
Yeah, well, I imagine he's like 70,
Good old
71 now. The question for me with Crystal Palace is Zaha going to stay yet again?
Depending on who they get lined
Now,
up.
they've brought in, is it Eze or Eze from QPR? I don't know if I pronounced that right. He's a decent little player, to be fair, in the words of my granddad. But we've agreed on this one.
Yeah.
We've both said 10th.
Again, mine's just a random number. They're going to be safe in the middle of the table.
Mine is that Hodgson always manages to grind out results, and Crystal Palace are the most entertaining team to watch, but they do the job. They win games, or they'll get a scrappy draw.
Then they will get goals.
Yeah.
Because who else have they got? They've got Benteke.
Well, they've been linked with Callum Wilson, and I can see Callum Wilson going to Crystal Palace.
Safe London club.
Yeah. You know, like, I know Callum Wilson's been linked with Spurs, Newcastle, Fulham.
That's true. Good
but
chance.
For me, a club like Crystal Palace is a right club for someone like Callum Wilson, because he'll start. Yeah. He'll get that assistance from Zaha. This new Eze kid's alright. I think Townsend's still there. The only thing for me is that I personally think Palace need another younger centre back. because they've
They've
got Gary Cahill.
Who's the one we
They've
saw?
got your
Sacco.
Sacco.
They've got done for taking fat burners when he was at Liverpool.
They've got, is it Tompkins, and they're cracking on a bit. So for me, they need a centre back, a young centre back. But yeah, we've both said 10th. My dad, however, unfortunately he's not here to say why, but my dad's put Crystal Palace 18th, and he thinks they're going to have a bit of a stinker. Next up is Everton. Now, my uncle and my cousin are massive Everton fans, and they'll be happy with where, they'll be happy. They'll be happy where one of us has put them in the table, and they will not be happy with the other. So I'll let the happy one go first.
Which is surprised it's me. Yeah, I've put them as 6. And do you want me to go into details why?
Yes, please.
2 words. Carlo Ancelotti. Because when he was before, he beat Liverpool in the Champions League. And Everton have some good players. If you want to admit that or not,
right.
There are some good players there.
That's fine. However, when the Premier League came back, Everton statistically were the worst team. Like, I think the only game they won was against Norwich.
Ancelotti only just came when that all happened.
But I don't care.
It's Carlo Ancelotti.
I still feel, I'm sorry to my uncle and my cousin and to all Everton fans out there, because I know quite a few Everton fans, I still think Ancelotti is going to flop.
No.
Let me speak.
No.
I think Ancelotti will flop. I think he'll be the first to get sacked, and I think Eddie Howe is going to come in. That's my prediction.
Everton?
Yeah, that's my prediction.
No, okay, well, Eddie Howe will not be going to Everton. He will be going to West Ham when Moyes is sacked. That is what will happen. That's what's going to happen.
No.
David Moyes will be sacked first because he's absolutely useless as a manager.
Right,
well, buy him on.
We have to agree to disagree. You've put them 6th. I've put them 14th.
Yeah.
I think they will have yet another bit of a stinker to begin with. They'll get rid of Ancelotti. Eddie Howe will come in and steady the ship, and they'll survive.
I don't see Eddie Howe going.
That's my prediction.
No, he's not going to Everton.
Dad agrees with you in a sense. So Dad's put Everton 7th.
Yeah, because it's not.
They are supposedly getting James Rodriguez, but he's past it, mate. He's not the James Rodriguez he was.
That may be true, but still, I don't think he's not going to play like he played before. Ancelotti doesn't play his style.
But I guess we're going to have to agree to disagree on that. You've gone 6th, I've gone 14th, Dad's gone 7th.
Yep.
End of. Next up is Fulham. I'm sorry, Fulham are going to be bottom. They are.
Fulham's bottom.
They've not brought anyone in yet, I don't think. I do like Scott Parker, and if Mitrovic is fit, yes, he will score goals, but I can't see him staying up, and I've gone 20th. Whereas you have gone
15th. I don't know anything about Fulham. That's just a random number. I've not really been following the Championship that much. I know nothing about Fulham. I just put them as a random, apart from one team that has gone up, which we'll get into later on.
If Fulham finish 15th, again, I will eat a steak. That is how confident I am that they will not get 15th or... They're going to be bottom. I'm sorry, Fulham will be bottom, sorry.
They probably will be. I just don't know anything about Fulham, so I thought I can't put them as bottom. I think...
Now...
You never know, they might end up doing amazing, but it's a random number, so that's it. I've just gone for that.
Now, Dad has put Fulham in 17th.
Does that mean
they're just surviving? Next up, it's my boy, my clubs. It's Leeds. We're finally back after 16 years of hurt. We are in the Premier League.
You want to go first?
Yes, I do.
Before I go in.
Marcelo Bielsa. Yes, we're not getting Ben White, but we're going to get Robin Koch from Freiburg. Sounds like we're getting Luis from Lazio. We've got in Rodrigo from Valencia. Bielsa's going to work his magic, and Leeds will finish 12th.
You're being optimistic.
Leeds will finish 12th. There are teams in this table that Leeds will beat.
I think you.
Yes, we have that. We have that horrible run in. I think it's April where we play Man City, then Liverpool, then Man United, one after the other. That's going to make or break. That will make or break our season, because we could play those 3 games in April and that's us done. However, I think we will beat the likes of West Brom, Fulham, Burnley, Brighton, Newcastle. We'll get results. We might get shock results. Bielsa invested this squad that finished 13th the year before he took over. The fact that we've won that league and we won it quite comfortably in the end is bringing in fresh blood because he's got the money to do so. Like, we'll be fine. 12th.
Do you want me to explain mine now?
Yeah.
So I put you as 16th.
Which I'm alright with.
I think you're going to struggle. You lost a big core of your team in Ben White.
Nah.
And Bamford is not a striker. He's not. So you bought. That's why you bought.
That's why you bought
Rodrigo. Yeah. But Rodrigo not done the best in Spain. Not done the best. Maybe Bielsa sees something in him and can get him fired, but I've not seen a lot.
There might be another. We've brought in them kids. We've brought in Greenwood and I wanted Geldard. Greenwood from Arsenal, Geldard from Wigan.
I know nothing about that. Like, it's all. I don't think he'll go down. I think Bielsa is a good manager because he's loved by Guardiola and Pochettino. And he is a great manager. Like, just look what he's done with Bilbao and all that malarkey. But I don't think he's got the entire squad depth to really cement himself. I'm safe in the middle. If that makes any sense.
Okay.
Because you've got Alosky and people like that. And Pablo Hernandez, who should be in a retirement home because he's like 30.
Hey, no.
He's like 38 or something.
No. I'm not having that.
Do you know what I mean? I don't.
So, Dad has met us in the middle. So I've said 12th, you said 16th. Dad's gone 14th. But again, not one of us has said that Leeds are getting relegated.
I don't think they will get relegated.
Nah,
they might be in the battle for a little bit.
And if you want a bet, obviously bet responsibly, but you get really good odds for Bielsa to win Manager of the Month once in the season, and I think that will be a shoe-in at some point. We are on to... This one was quite tricky for me, so we're on to Leicester.
Tricky for me as well.
I really do rate Brendan Rodgers as a manager. I think
great character, intensity, tiki-taka. What a man that Brendan Rodgers is.
I think Brendan was really unlucky to A, not win the league with Liverpool, and B, to just miss out on Champions League with Leicester last time around. They've got rid of Chilwell.
Yeah. Have they replaced him yet?
They've not replaced him yet. They're on about getting Nicolas Tagliafico from Ajax. My other worry is that they haven't really got a decent backup striker for Vardy.
Exactly.
And
he's getting on a bit.
They've got Iheanacho, but I don't rate Iheanacho. No. They've got Maddison, he signed a contract extension. They've got Tielemans. There's just... I don't know. I've put them 5th. I don't think they're going to get Champions League, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But if they have a decent transfer window and getting some decent-ish players, maybe. But yeah, I've gone 5th. What have you seen?
You've gone more or less my way of thinking. I put them 7th. And it all depends on Vardy to me. Because he's signed a contract, he's committed. Like, so they've lost Chilwell. He can score a few goals and get running again, because he won Golden Boot last season, or this season, we're going to call it. He can probably do that again, but there's not a lot, like you said, there's no backup striker, so if Vardy's injured, which could be a possibility, it puts them at a massive disadvantage, but I don't, like you said, they're going to be okay, I don't see them struggling.
Dad's put Leicester in 8th. Next up is your boys, it's the current champions, Liverpool.
Yeah.
Do you want to start?
I'll start because, well, how in depth do you want me to go on this?
Well, I went in depth with Leeds, so you can take it with Liverpool.
Obviously, I put Chelsea as first. I don't see Liverpool winning the title again. So I put Chelsea top. I see Liverpool going 3rd because our squad bench is terrible to me. We have one other striker in Origi. Minamino has not done anything since coming over. Firmino does not score goals. I know he doesn't play as a striker, if everyone asks me. He's like a winger, false attacking midfielder.
A false number 9.
Yeah, he's a false number 9. That doesn't mean anything. You're playing up front, you score goals. Like, I love Mane, I love Salah. Firmino, no, get your teeth sorted. They're too white.
Ooh, you have gone in.
I hate Firmino. He doesn't score enough goals for me to be a number 9.
But it's not. That's not the way that Klopp plays.
I know Klopp doesn't
Liverpool.
play that, but you've got to admit our squad rotation is terrible. Terrible.
I don't think it's terrible. I get.
Alisson's injured.
We've got
Adrian. And whoops, silly me, Karius is back, who got a concussion and somehow threw a ball at Bale's leg. Oopsie. When we sent him to Turkey to learn his lesson, he's now back.
I kind of agree that
We're not going to win it.
you're not going to win the league.
It's between Man City and Chelsea for me.
You're not going to win the league. I've put you second.
You put a second?
Yeah.
I can see that happen. It's either third or second, but I think some big name in that squad's getting injured and we have no one to replace him. Could be Trent, could be Robinson, could be Henderson.
Like, if Trent gets injured, you've got that Nico Williams that's decent. You've signed a left back to cover for Robertson, albeit Milner gave him shit in pre-season, which was hilarious.
Yes, I've seen that.
Yeah, I get your point about Firmino, but Firmino isn't an out-and-out striker. Like, that's not the way he plays. Dad has agreed with me and put Liverpool in second.
I'd be happy if they finish in the top four, to be honest.
Now, next up we have Man City. For me, I've put them top.
Yeah.
I've put them top
But you put
because
them top for one reason.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, no, not one reason. They're gonna get Messi.
You think they'll get
It's
Messi?
It's gonna happen. His dad's in England. He's had a 3-hour phone call with Guardiola. Apparently, he said he wants to join Man City. Liverpool don't want to bounce back.
Yeah.
So they're gonna win the league for me. Sorry.
Yeah.
And if they do get Messi, that's just the icing on the cake. And yeah.
I put them as second because of that reason. If they get Messi, then yeah. Just going to go through Man City. Lionel Messi, if he comes, 33. Sergio Aguero, 31. And Raheem Sterling, who can't really shoot unless he's in the penalty area.
But Sterling, if they
One of these things just doesn't belong here.
If they do get Messi, I think that is the end of Aguero at Man City. I do. I think he will be. I think he'll be a make weight. So it will be a front three of like
Messi,
Sterling, Messi, and maybe like Bernardo Silva or someone like in the other side. I don't know.
No, he won't play with his friends. It'll be Raheem,
But imagine,
Aguero, Messi.
Imagine though, like Messi comes in and then you've got De Bruyne behind him.
Yeah, that's worries me.
De Bruyne playing in Messi is
Yeah.
just gonna be insane if that happens. Now we've gone 1-2. Dad's gone 3. So he's gone even further
does he think
down.
Liverpool...
So he either thinks that Messi to Man City won't happen, or he just thinks that they're just going to not
The other
play
carrying factor in this is, can Messi play in the Premier League, which is a harder physical league than La Liga?
Can Messi do it on a cold winter Tuesday night in Stoke, for
Yeah.
example? Let's move on from City and go to the other club in Manchester, United.
I hate them too.
So all three of us have said the same thing. We've all gone 4th. So we all obviously think they're going to get Champions League. You said earlier you think they are going to get Sancho.
I think it's a bit of... Look, United, it's Edward Woodward with his, with his special fax machine in his suitcase, trying to get the best deal possible. So he's trying to get Sancho for 20 quid in a bag of Haribo.
The whole Harry Maguire thing isn't helping.
No, as in,
I don't think they have brought people in, but the way they were playing towards the end of last season, they were actually really good. Greenwood seems to be the future. The thing for me is they need, Man United need another decent centre back, and they need another striker, because I do like Martial, but he's not an out-and-out striker.
No, Rashford's not really an out-and-out striker. He likes to come in from the left, doesn't he?
They need if Maguire is captain and all that stuff, they need a decent centre back to partner him.
Ben White.
I would like no. If you
Ben White goes there,
mate, if Ben White goes there, that's it. For me, this might be a bit of a wild stab in the dark. They either need to go for Koulibaly from Napoli, or he actually did really well at Roma, and I don't think he's been given that much of a fair chance. Bring Smalling back.
Yeah, Smalling has done amazing at Roma, but you've got to remember, Roma, the Italian league, they don't run, they walk. They're very slow paced in the Italian league, so it's not like he's been, if he goes back, he's going to have people like that.
I think they need to give him chance in pre-season and do Smalling Maguire together. It could work. It could be a future England partnership, but I don't think it will.
Be.
But hey ho.
I'm looking forward to Maguire.
So yeah, all three of us have gone 4th. Next up is Newcastle upon Tyne.
Yeah.
Do you want to start, Pet?
I see them 13th because they always struggle, but my thinking is there's always one Newcastle player who does very, very, very well, has a good couple run of games, good couple of goals, everyone goes, he's amazing.
So who's that player this time round?
I think it's going to be Saint Maxim, is he called?
Saint Maxim.
Yeah, I think he's going to have a good couple run of games, score some goals, then someone will go, let's buy him from the Sports Direct Arena.
That's kind of why I've put Newcastle where I've put. So I've put Newcastle 17th, and I know I'm going to have
That means
Newcastle.
they'll survive.
Yeah, they'll survive.
They'll be in the relegation battle.
Yeah. I've got friends, a lot of friends who are Newcastle fans, and they won't be happy with that. But I don't rate Steve Bruce as a manager. The fact you bringing in people on free transfers to me shows that Ashley genuinely don't have any funds.
They're like the club where if a good player emerges, another club will just buy him.
I genuinely hope someone does buy Newcastle out and makes them a decent team again. I don't think you will get relegated, but I don't think you'll be far off.
It's going to be a struggle.
Dad agrees with you though. Dad's gone 13th, so either he likes Steve Bruce or he just likes Newcastle. It might be both. Who knows? Next up, we have Sheffield United. They had a good season last season. Simple as that.
They did, yeah.
They surprised everybody.
They were the dark horse of that year.
I think if you did this last season, a lot of people would have said Sheffield United would have gone down. That being said, I don't think they will have as good a season.
You don't know.
But I don't think they will go down. I think that Sheffield United will be like mid-table fodder this year. So I've gone 11th.
I've gone 14th just for the fact that Dean's gone. Good in between the sticks. I can see them leaking a few goals quite easily.
Yeah, Dad's gone for 10th, so I think we're all kind of in the same boat. We think they're going to be like mid-table. Yeah, cool. Mid-table fodder. So very quickly moving on, we've got Southampton now. Can I start please with Southampton? I think Southampton will be like the Sheffield United, and I think they will be the dark horses team to watch. If they get Danny Ings firing in like they did back end of the season,
which he will,
they'll be good.
The issue with Danny Ings is, does his knee hold up? Because at Liverpool, his knee, I think he's had 2 surgeries on it.
But then they've got Che Adams, Shane Long. I like the manager. I can't pronounce his name.
Yeah.
Hasselhusen, something like that. But so, I liked how they looked towards the back end of the season. I think yes, you've sold Højbjerg to Spurs, but I like James Ward-Prowse. I think you'll bring someone else in, and
they've got the main
I think they'll be alright. So I've said 9th, and Dad has said 9th. You, however, have gone slightly.
I've gone slightly lower with 12, just because the worry of Danny Ings. Because at Liverpool, same thing. He'd have spells of brilliance, but his tendon in his knee, he would just go, and that's him out. If he gets injured, that's Southampton screwed.
So next up is Tottenham Hotspur. Mourinho at Spurs just doesn't gel. It don't work.
He's changed personality now.
Mourinho has got rid of. Yeah, he was cracking on a bit, but he was a decent centre back in Jan Vertonghen, and he's playing Eric Dyer as a centre back. Now I'm sorry, Eric Dyer is not a centre back. He isn't. I just don't. I can't see anything working. So I'm sorry, but I've put Spurs 7th.
He hasn't. Has he bought anyone?
He's brought in Højbjerg from Southampton.
Because normally what happens with Mourinho...
Oh no, sorry, and Joe Hart.
And Joe Hart, yeah. So I've put him as 8th because he always falls out with people now. He's fallen out with Dele Alli already and had a big spat with him. And he's just a miserable, mopey man now.
Park the bus with Jose all season, Spurs fans. Dad, however, has gone for Tottenham finishing in 5th, so he thinks that they'll be alright. But sorry, Dad, I don't agree, I'm afraid. Next up is West Bromwich Albion. I think we're all on the same page. You've gone
20.
Yeah, I've gone 19th and Dad's gone 20th. There's
always one that yo-yos, isn't there?
They'll get relegated because West Brom are that team that is 1 season Prem, 1 season Champ, 1 season Prem, 1 season Champ. If you could have a table that is like, you've got your top, let's say 15 of the Prem, and then you've got the next best 15 clubs. That's where West Brom are. They're not. You might survive. I doubt it. But if you do survive, you will not establish yourself as a Premier League team, West Brom. Sorry. West Ham. I'll let you go first because you obviously you love David Moyes. So
I hate David Moyes. Everton, he was okay. He goes to United and makes awful decisions. And if you follow his career, he's not great, is he?
David Moyes for me wasn't given enough time at United. get what he's trying to do. I think he's trying to build West Ham like he did with his Everton team.
What, buying scraps
and just getting
hoping they're good. He's
like,
got one good player there to me, and that's Antonio.
See, no, I disagree with that.
Not Scott Park.
The question for me is, well, not the question. They need to keep hold of Declan Rice.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you lose him, you might as well.
But where would he go? Does he move up to another London club?
They've said Chelsea, and they've said that they're going to play him as a centre back, and he will learn from Thiago Silva. And I could actually see that.
The reason why I put them in 20th because, look, West Ham are exactly the same to me as Newcastle. Any good player gets bought by a bigger club.
You haven't put West Ham 20th.
Have I not? Oh, I put them as 17th, sorry. I can't read my own writing.
You've put West Brom 20th.
I put them as 17th, sorry. Yeah. I read the wrong one.
I've put them 15th. I don't think they'll get relegated. That has gone for 12th. So he thinks that the David Moyes revolution is going to rise. It depends who they're bringing. If they bring decent enough people in, again,
getting the band back together. Again, he's coming back.
Callum Wilson, he would do all right at West Ham.
Yeah, Callum Wilson's going to go to one of the not quite big London clubs, but he'll go to like a Palace or a Ham.
Deeney. Will Troy Deeney stay at Watford? Probably not. Last but not least for the table, we have got Wolverhampton Wanderers. Shoot.
I went 9th.
It's hard with
Wolves. Are they going to do it again?
As a football fan, I kind of want Wolves to surprise everybody and get into the top 4, let alone the top 6.
Can you imagine that?
But
do a Leicester.
I don't think the squad's good enough yet. I really like Nuno. I can't pronounce it. I like the manager.
Yeah.
As much as I would love Wolves to get into Europe, I can't see it.
I can't.
So I've put them 8th. But I hope that they prove me wrong and that they do get into Europe because I think it will be good for football.
You think it'll be good for football?
I think it will be good for football.
But all three of us are in the same kind of ballpark.
Well, are we? Because Dad's gone 11th, and that to me is that's too low for Wolves. Sorry. I think they're better than that. Then the final category that we've chosen, and this was hard for me. I couldn't really think.
It was for me.
So
there's a few names.
We've gone for top goal scorer. Now I know you wanted to go Timo Werner. There was a Aubameyang.
I want to go Mane
obviously
as well.
Messi. If Messi comes to City.
Yeah, if he does, he'll be in the shout.
So, do you want to go?
Yeah. Well, discussing some of them names, I really want to go Mane. I love Mane. I think he's so underrated at Liverpool. It's untrue. I really wanted it to go Danny Ings, but again, he's got legs of glass. Aubameyang, is he staying? Is he going? I don't know. So I put Vardy because he's always in that. He's always in the list of top goal scorer. He won it last year, so he could do it again. Does he stay fit? Hopefully he does. I think he will get the golden boot.
I want to change who I put.
No, you can't. No, you've written it down. I told you. No, that is stupid. You've written it down.
Fine,
Live with your mistake.
Fine. I am going to say Mo Salah.
Yeah, because what has he done since he broke that record? He's not. He doesn't score.
He'll do it again.
He doesn't pass to Mane half the time. All he does is dive in the box to get a penalty.
I regret that decision because
I'll let you change it if you want.
Right, so no, I won't stick with it.
Stick with it?
I'll say Salah, but
I'll tell you what, I'll give you a Salah or...
Right, Salah or Vermaelen.
Or Vernon.
Timo.
Okay, I'll let you have that.
Dad has gone for Danny Ings.
He's a risk.
Which I can see though. I can see why he's done that.
I hope Danny Ings, I love Danny Ings, loved him at Liverpool. I hope he does get the golden boot. Because, like I say, he's been cropped with injury for a while. I really hope he gets in the... Is he in England set up?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God for that.
I think so.
If he is, I really hope he does really well.
He should be. If he isn't, Danny Ings, he should be in there. He might not be because obviously Kane and Rashford are fit now, so I don't know, but he should be.
I really hope he has a good couple of years at Southampton because he's been plagued with injury for quite a while.
Anyway, that is the end of our predictions. Let us know what you think about where we've put them. Let us know your own predictions, where you think your club might finish, who they might bring in the transfer window.
Who's getting sacked?
Yeah, who's getting sacked, top goal scorer, anything.
Where's Eddie Howe going?
Where?
When will fans be allowed in the stadium?
Good question. And if you want to see more videos with this numpty,
which they do.
No.
And I'm like the John Lennon of this channel.
Oh wow.
I raise the stakes.
Oh
so
wow,
high.
right. If you like the video, I'm going to wrap it up quick. Leave a like, drop a comment, and please
do?
click subscribe. Yes, it'll be there.
There. I don't do you. Where's the subscribe button? Hit it. It's
Just
here
please-
somewhere.
Just please click
There's a description box. There's something.
Just please click subscribe.
Just help.
Laters.
Yeah.